What's good, YouTube? FAIRDALE Kings coming back at you again with another EA Sports College Football 25 video. Tonight, we're going to have the matchup between the number 6 Oregon Ducks and the number 2 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Why does it say waiting? Hold on, man. This should have been... starts at 10:09. Yep, that should be streaming. All right, so it's up on the screen now. Yep, so give me a second here. We're going to send out the alert, the notification to everyone out there in Cyberland. Huh. Let them know we're getting ready to go live here with this huge matchup. The alert, the notification to everyone out there. All right, so I'm just sending out this this message, posted on Twitter. It should be number 7 is what it actually is. Your one ranking is that. Whenever y'all are ready. Quarter.
I'm ready. You ready to search?
What's going on, YouTube? FAIRDALE Kings here. We've got a special event for you guys. We've got a handful of people watching. This is a huge game in our dynasty. You're looking at number 7 Oregon, which ran the gauntlet during the regular season. I mean, went undefeated, actually beat at that time number 2 Ohio State in a head-to-head matchup on October 12th. Went on to average 88 points a game throughout the regular season. Most prolific offense we've ever seen in college football. Put up video game numbers, literally. And then plays Ohio State last night in a rematch in the Big Ten championship game. Loses on a heartbreaking play. I mean, it was 29-28 in overtime. Ohio State goes for 2 to actually secure the win, come from behind, and still a victory from the jaws of defeat. Literally, Oregon could have nailed the ball and won the game because Ohio State only had one timeout and there wasn't enough time. But by the graces of powers that I can't control, I was able to come from behind and win that game. But now you're going to have an extremely focused Oregon team who's going to be seeking revenge.
That's why I was so pissed. I was about done with this shit. I was about to throw in the towel. I said, nope, I'm done.
I mean, it is.
There was no way I just lost.
He is highly motivated. He tore up the locker room last night after the game. I will tell you that. To say that there was F-bombs and stuff thrown would be an understatement. I mean, coach berated his players in the locker room. They actually practiced after the game. You would not believe the game was over about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and they were running heels.
At least I'm not losing to somebody that's random all the time.
But now tonight, we have this big time matchup, an undefeated Notre Dame team, which did not play any users in the regular season, is seeing his first head to head action, but he has had a lot of exhibition games.
But anyways,
I'm going to tell you what, if
regardless, I think we're
regardless of what the matchups were, I know that Coach Kugel, Bray, was very upset with his number 2 seed, and rightfully so. I mean, any of the teams at the top could have been the number 1 seed, but at the end of the day, if you made it to the quarterfinals, you have to win 3 games to win a championship, and you're going to play quality competition regardless if it's number 5 Texas, who went undefeated, if it's going to be an Ole Miss team who feels like they're underrated. Bray and number 2 Notre Dame severely believes he's underrated. Ohio State and Oregon, the champs and runner-up in the Big Ten, are both solid. And you can't forget about Alabama, who right now I believe Alabama will upset Ole Miss. That's my prediction. I made it earlier in the Penn State-Florida State matchup. I'm going to say it again here in this matchup. I believe Alabama is going to upset Ole Miss in the quarterfinals. But anyway, let's get to this game. We've got kickoff. Looks like Notre Dame is going to take over 1st and 10 from the 25. Coming out in 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end. This should be a barn burner. Both these guys have matched up previously. There's not going to be anything that we haven't seen in the past. Looks like Oregon's a little bit slow, though, to get their defense called and actually on the field. So we'll see if that affects them. Defense was not set. Notre Dame's able to get the snap off. Holds them to 1 yard. The defense was moving around all over the place. So the fact they're able to contain them to 1 yard and the defense wasn't ready is a big indicator. This Oregon defense is going to come out laser focused and ready tonight. Just a miscommunication. I believe they thought Michigan was on the other sideline still in their play, so they didn't actually hand signal it in, and maybe helmet wasn't working, not quite sure. Maybe the communication wasn't come down from upstairs, but here we go. We've got 2 tight ends. Notre Dame's going to run the ball off to the right side. Picks up what looks to be 5 yards on 2nd down. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4. This James kid is deceivingly fast. I've went head to head, and then of course love for Notre Dame is a burner. If you don't take the right angle, he's going to leave you standing, grasping at air. We get short motion. Going to run a mesh concept here. Ball's thrown over to the left side. Going to be a complete pass. 1st down, Notre Dame. On the year. I'm trying to bring up some stats. I'm not quite sure if it's going to cooperate right now. There goes Love, bursting up the middle, makes a big play. Actually runs into his tight end downfield who was blocking. But Jeremiah Love rushed for 920 yards throughout the regular season, 11 rushing touchdowns, and he just broke. And like I was alluding to earlier, Love is a burner. I mean, this guy has speed for days. 94 speed running back. Notre Dame going to run off tackle to the left, pick up 6 yards. Methodically right now, moving the ball down the field. It's been a very good drive for the Irish. Swing pass out to the flats. Going to pick up several yards, bring up a 3rd and 1. Let's see if this Notre Dame offense continues to run the ball down their throat or if they're going to get a little bit cute here inside the red zone. Very aggressive, though, Oregon defense. And you're going to see right now Notre Dame's going to go ahead and take a timeout to make sure they have the right play call. They do not want to take a negative play at this point. It's going to be 3rd and 1 from the 18 going in. We watched this previous game where no one was able to score inside the red zone and resorted to a lot of field goal kicks in that Florida State, Penn State game. A lot of nerves in this quarterfinal action. So Notre Dame calls a timeout, wants to take a deep breath, make sure they have the right play call. Oregon making some adjustments coming to line. You're going to get the ball running to the left. Going to be a 2-yard loss. So Oregon gets penetration into the backfield. Nice stop. Bring up 4th and 3 from the 20. Haven't been particularly fond of anyone who's played thus far in the playoffs with their special teams, but we'll see if young Bray comes out and elects to kick a field goal, take a 3-point lead if he's going to go for it. And he's going to be aggressive. He knows he's got to put points on the board. If he has any chance to win this game, you've got to score touchdowns. 3 points aren't going to be enough. So he's going to get lined up, appear to go for this. 2 minutes on the clock here in the first quarter. Oregon secondary is moving around. Safety swap for whatever reason, and it leaves a guy wide open, streaking down the field. Notre Dame's going to jump on top, folks. Yes, you guys saw that. That wasn't a typo. Oregon's quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, threw for over 10,000 yards this year.
That's the one thing nobody sees. I had 10,000 passing yards.
That receiver who caught the ball, Jaden Greathouse, had only caught 18 passes for 395 yards this year and 2 touchdowns. He's the 6th leading receiver for Notre Dame, but he comes up big in a key moment, scores a touchdown, puts the Irish on top. You're going to come out here right now, and we're going to look at the stats real quick. I mean, this is, when I said Oregon put up video game numbers, no one could even imagine these kind of ridiculous numbers. Dylan Gabriel threw for 10,025 yards. He passed for 716 yards a game, 110 passing touchdowns, and only 14 interceptions. I mean, hell, Tennessee and Oklahoma threw double that amount of interceptions and nowhere near the level of success throwing the ball. The fact that Gabriel only had 14 interceptions and they threw the ball 471 times this year and completed 65% of their passes is jaw-dropping. But he's got to be able to do it against this great Notre Dame defense. I mean, they put up great numbers and held opponents this season. We'll see what he can do actually in a user environment. That's something I'd never expected to see. I played Oregon last night, so I do have a little bit of familiarity with their offense. And he ran the ball a little bit more than what I anticipated. And we see here early in this game, he's come out and he's established in the running game with James. Maybe if he gets him to bite on some of this early running action, it might open up some passes later on. But that might actually be the game plan to slow things down and run the ball methodically down the field and control the clock. But that's all gone for naught as he throws an interception. And Notre Dame's going to house this. They're going to jump on top here, 14-0. So with 1 minute remaining in the first quarter, it's Notre Dame 14, Oregon 0. The aggressiveness of Oregon can be twofold. You know, he can put up points in bunches, but sometimes
I can't make no adjustments.
at that point, I don't know if you want to. Going to take some pressure again, get sacked. Something I talked about earlier in some other dialogue I had was that Oregon makes a ton of adjustments, and when those go away, playing on the road sometimes It's going to be difficult playing in hostile environments. Now he's playing, even though it's a neutral site game, um, it still sometimes feels like a road environment with Notre Dame being the higher seed and inevitably the home team. So the crowd is pretty loud here, even though you see it's a neutral site. Oregon couldn't make an adjustment there on that second down and had to take a sack. And now he's going to throw another pick, forcing the ball into coverage on a fourth down that he has to go for. Notre Dame's going to probably house another one. It's going to be up 21-0 here in the first quarter. Notre Dame is all over it right now. Coach Bray and the Irish are dialed in. Defense has come out, made 2 straight picks on back-to-back possessions, and they've got a 21-0 lead. Going into the got the work cut out for him. You hear the press box if you guys are listening. Oregon almost breaks this on a kickoff. It's going to get wrapped up at around the 20-yard line. But looking at the national rankings, at least defensively, the Irish had the 4th best defense this season, only allowing 262 points. Probably best that he took a sack there, because if he had thrown that ball to the deep corner route, that was going to get picked off. There was a guy underneath that and a safety or linebacker running with it. So
probably the best they want to have you go against all year. It's just not. Nobody on my team with a block. It's great. Oh, we caught a ball. Nice.
Oregon is able to complete a deep crossing route. Everything underneath was wrapped up.
And my running back just got killed in the fucking backfield.
Looks like Oregon's going with a fast tempo offense. They're in turbo right now. They've had a couple plays successful. I know that he's running a different playbook that he'd ran early in the year. He's dialed in last night, was using the Oklahoma State playbook as opposed to Georgia. We'll see if that factors in. Right now, you just got to have something positive, get some kind of points on the board, down 21-0. Doesn't still need to force the ball. Lot of time left in this game. Dylan Gabriel's going to actually tuck the ball, pick up the first down. We're under 4 minutes to go, though, in the second quarter. Got to get points. We know that Notre Dame opened up the scoring, so if Oregon get a touchdown here, cut it to 14, maybe get the ball to start the second half, we can have a game again. But, right now it's 21-0. And, Notre Dame is taking away all the deep crossing routes, but because of that, it's opening up some short underneath stuff that could possibly be there. You're seeing Dylan Gabriel right now using his legs as, 8 guys are dropping into coverage. Don't really need to bring a lot of pressure when you've got this front that the Irish have. Deep ball down the sidelines, going to actually connect on that. Receivers were running wide open all over the field, so that was the best of the options. Gabriel probably could have tucked the ball and picked up the first down as well. So now Oregon is 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Oregon does have some amazing speed. It's, just trying to get these guys in the open space. It's like having a Lamborghini sitting in traffic. Doesn't matter how fast you are if you're sitting bumper to bumper. Oregon's going to go ahead and convert that, make it 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Notre Dame has that whole front 7 up there. 8 guys stacking the box. Going to stop that play, bring up 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. He's going to get into the end zone. So Oregon is on the board, cuts this lead right now to 21-6. Nice drive, but unfortunately they've got to go on the field and maybe stop Notre Dame. Notre Dame's only had the ball once on offense, though. They put together a great drive. Running back was able to control tempo, but Oregon, knows that they're in for a game. Coach Bray will tell you he thought he was a 14-point dog, but right now he's got to be loving life, being that he's up 14 in the first half. His team still knows they're in a dogfight. Coach Hakeem White's not going to lay down, but he's got to be able to face adversity and be patient, and sometimes that's a struggle.
Tackle him, please.
Love's going to try to run off tackle. Love's going to run off tackle to the right side, lose 1 yard. Clock's ticking down. Looks like we're going to be at the 2-minute timeout. College football doesn't want to call it 2-minute warning anymore, but they're at the 2-minute timeout. What you don't want, though, is as Notre Dame is not convert here and face a 3-and-out or turn the ball over deep and give Oregon a short field before a half.
Let's go!
And like I just alluded to and I just said, you do not want to turn the ball over before halftime, and we just get a pick. Not a wise decision there when you're leading 21-7 and you have a lead. Now Oregon has a chance to score before halftime and get the ball after the half and tie the game up. But I'm putting the horse before the cart. It's still a 14-point game. Oregon has to come out and execute. We're going to see this great Notre Dame defense and what they can do here before halftime. Still a minute 55 remaining. We're going to get a short crossing route underneath, pick up 4 yards. Clock is ticking, but there's no particular hurry for Oregon at this point. They don't want to score so fast they give Notre Dame the ball back before halftime.
Wow. Nobody blocked over there on the left side.
It was a screen. Yeah, there was no blocking at all. In fact, it wasn't blocking. It was a screen. All 3 guys raced upfield. That's a screen that was not diagrammed as a screen. It's tough play call to swallow there.
Get the ball! Come on! This is shit I'm talking about this game. There's just
Dylan Gabriel is hit, fumbles the ball. Notre Dame defense with a big stop.
This is shit that makes me want to quit this game. That shit is so fucking bad. That's just so fucking bad.
You see 3 guys dive over the ball. Notre Dame quarterback scrambling for his life, gets the ball, dumps it out of bounds. That's Riley Leonard.
Get the fucking turnover we needed. Fucking guys don't block like that. I ain't meant to win this game. I'm just gonna have to fight. Shit's so fucking bad.
Of course it makes me run out of bounds. Why would it not?
So fucking.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 10 here.
I don't see instant fitting my offensive line ever.
Notre Dame tries to throw the ball, gets instant pressure. They're going to be forced to punt. Oregon's
Your team's doing to me right now.
going to take over about 50. We're seeing right now, though, a couple of really good defenses. The bigger problem is, though, that Notre Dame is getting pressure with 3 guys and dropping 8 in coverage, which is really hampering and making Oregon hold on to the ball a lot longer. Oregon is bringing 5 guys in pressure, leaving only 6 and sometimes 5 in coverage. So he's got to bring more pressure. But that's, opening up and taking some risk on the back end. So, you've got 5 and 6 guys rushing compared to Notre Dame with their 3-man front. Just this time they actually have 4. We saw last night Ohio State in a similar situation that they ran the ball 3 times and picked up 60 yards to move that ball down the field. So different ways of doing it. When you're going to drop so many guys in coverage, sometimes you can actually sneak in and run some sweeps and outside zones. But that's not the MO of Oregon. They're going to wing the ball all over the place. And right there is an inaccurate pass that sails out of bounds. Going to bring up 3rd and 14 with 43 seconds to go in a half. A lot of movement on this Notre Dame defense as they back out and check down to the back. Going to get a timeout, stop the clock. There were 2 guys running free on that route. He took the lesser of the options, took the check down, picks up the first down, keeps this drive moving. Gets a guy wide open on the sidelines, going to connect on that pass, get down to the 32-yard line. You see right now Dylan Gabriel's 9 of 13 passing for 144 yards, but he's thrown 2 killer interceptions that have just been backbreakers so far in this first half and changed the complexion of the game dramatically. We're going to get a pass here deep.
He just matched with me.
Perfect timer, user pick. Throws the ball deep, puts it on top, throws a pick. There was a guy wide open in the flats on the out
He
route.
just played that shit like he was in cover 2 and didn't match. Like, I can't get the pick. Come on.
You can hear the frustration mounting on the Oregon sideline. The press box is right beside us, so we're listening in live. There's going to be running back running off the left side. Devin Jackson with the stop.
Pick it! You gotta be fucking kidding me, man! Oh my god, that's a fucking, like, I go all the way to the fucking right side, it's a pick 6. They gotta cheat the fuck out of me in this game. Fucking hell. Same shit happened last time.
See, Dylan Gabriel's thrown 3 interceptions this game. 2 were
No
returned
way
for
they
pick
fucking
6.
catch him! Come on!
Notre Dame with the stop there on the opening kickoff the second half. Oregon was in daylight there. Gets tripped up from behind. I don't know how the guy stumbled, but he gets tripped up from behind. Oregon defense has actually played good and held Notre Dame to only 7 points on offense. It's just a matter of whether or not Oregon can
It's three fucking people just rushing.
sustain
Like,
drives.
come on.
Plays the ball underneath. Takes the check down. Going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Why not?
Notre Dame with the Oregon with the wide open guy on the sideline proceeds to drop the ball. But when you talk about predetermined games, sometimes, I mean, you've got a guy dropping the ball. Oregon's dropped multiple interceptions. Notre Dame's picked those off, the same kind of plays. The frustration is mounting. Notre Dame again with the pressure, going to get the stop, take over deep inside Oregon territory. Notre Dame runs the ball tackle to the left side. No gain. Oregon defense is bouncing around all over the place.
If that's me, it's a pig. If it's me, it's a pig. If it's me, it's a pig.
Notre Dame with the runoff tackle to the left. They're going to set up a field goal here. 41-yard attempt from the left hash. Very maple kick, and he's going to miss it wide left. Lucky to stay in the stadium. Don't know quite sure what that was, but that's a break for Oregon at this point. Everything's been going in Notre Dame's favor, but now they've missed a kick. Oregon takes over in good field position. See what they can do. I know right now I'm getting my wires crossed. I've got the coaches from Oregon and coaches from Notre Dame both yelling at their players and coordinators in the box. I'm stuck between both of them. Dylan Gabriel rolls out to the right as a left-handed quarterback, has to throw it across his body. That sails out of bounds.
I mean, look at that instant shit by the fucking D tackle, though. Holy shit. He's got to keep going. You just got to keep going. Come on.
Oregon going
Read
to
the defense,
keep the pass
man.
across the middle. The actual receiver, found the hole in the zone, but probably should have just kept running and would have had a touchdown. He runs away.
This shit is just unreal. 3-man rush, just pray to God some fucking like. This shit is just so fucking bad. I can't stand this shit. I'm done with this shit. Like, there's just no fucking way. I'm about done. Fuck. Yep. Fuck it. Yep. Give him a first. Fuck it.
We're gonna get an offside call here on Oregon. It's gonna be enough to move the chains, give Notre Dame a first down inside the 7. Watch. Love sneaks in up the middle for a touchdown. Irish go up now 27-7. At this point, Notre Dame has thrown more balls successfully into the stands than he's completed passes. Big hit there, no fumble. It's been the theme of this game. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Touchdown, Oregon. You see Dylan Gabriel's thrown for 313 yards, but he's thrown either 4 or 5 picks. Oregon with the 2-point conversion. Make this a 20-point game. Cuts it to 35-15.
Michael Jordan. Fuck it.
I mean, you're looking at the offense right now. Notre Dame has 130 yards of offense. 1/3 of what Oregon has produced, but 2 pick sixes and Dylan short fields has put them in a huge advantage with all the turnovers. They're going to go ahead and take a delay of game. Oregon going to run the ball to the left. Quarterback's wrapped up. Of course, Notre Dame's not going to turn the ball over. Any hit, trying to pitch the ball, no fumbles. They only intercept the ball in green. They don't turn the ball over themselves. Notre Dame with another one of their great pass attempts. It hits the lineman right in the back of his ass. They're going to go ahead and punt the ball. This has got to be one of the most convincing, unconvincing wins that I've witnessed, as Notre Dame's offense has racked up 140 yards. And yet is leading by 20. Another receiver shaking loose for Oregon gets walked down, though. Oregon with another one on the board. Cuts the lead to a 2-touchdown game, 35-21, but there's only a minute 38 remaining.
I can't fucking make an adjustment. Like, this fucking shit is just killing me.
Two-point conversion is good. Cut it to 12. Probably a little bit too little, too late. We've still seen a going to be picked up. Hit stick, smacked as hard as you can get hit without conceivably fumbling the ball. I don't know what else you can ask for. I mean, 4 gift wrap turnovers, and yet Oregon's been smacked around like a cheap whore and will not fumble the ball, even though they get smacked in the mouth repeatedly. And throws the ball in the linemen's heads. And fourth and 13 for the Irish. Go ahead, probably just put one on the roof, take a shot at the end zone, try to rub some salt in the wound, put up some more points. How did he glitch out like that?
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Did you see the turbo boost that running back? Wow, he glitched out to the wide open flat. I mean, that dude teleported through that hole.
No fumble, nope, nothing. Just whatever. We're gonna kneel the ball out for fucking 2 minutes, and then we're gonna kneel the fucking ball. Or we're gonna throw the ball now. Okay. Okay. Yep. Everyone want to throw the ball. All right.
Notre Dame with the touchdown, late one on the board. Notre Dame is going to advance to play the winner of Ole Miss and Alabama in the semifinals.